shops will make business. Every restaurant will be filled. We will use, Jinja youth to volunteer for the festival, to work on site building, to work on security. It's going to be really a family affair. And when I first came to Uganda 12 years ago, I moved to Jinja. I was working on projects, social projects in Masese and Walukuba, and I've always had, a very strong love for the city. And it's really my happiness to also move back here for the next 3 months at least, to oversee all the production, all the operation, and make sure that every Ugandan can be proud that this international event is hosted here. Every artist can benefit from the exposure and how this is going to raise their international career, but also see money flowing into the pockets of Ugandans, of Jinja residents, so that this is what a festival should be about. It's not just a party. It's also about bringing positive things to the community. It's also about getting people excited and really trying to connect every dot so that we can party, but with a good reason. So I'm also really, really excited at the artists that we're going to bring to you this year. Today I've been told not to announce any names yet, but I can promise you big artists from Nigeria, from Brazil, from the UK, from South Africa, as well as, of course, some of our most promising Ugandan artists, some of the legends of Ugandan music, of East African music. Of course, there's going to be a great emphasis on traditional music. Uganda has over 54 tribes, and each of these tribes has a story to tell. Each of them have their music, have their culture, and this is something that we're really proud of, and that makes Uganda one of the most exciting countries on the planet because of this diversity. And this is a diversity we wish to continue to showcase, and we're extremely happy about it. In terms of decoration, the theme recognition, both locally and internationally. And as we continue to work towards, fortifying our industry, our music industry, we found that a lot of young musicians are still not very well aware of what it takes to take your career to the next level. Be it on promoting your music, distributing your music, earning from your royalties, touring internationally. There's a lot of these things that people need to know about. So this year, we've decided to add a sort of industry music conference components that will be open to the artists. We will invite the likes of Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Apple Music, a lot of the big players to come here and really try to motivate, but also inform, our musicians and the people in our industry. How do you become a booking agent? What does it take to become an artist manager? How do you distribute your music? These are all things that we need to do, because core to the idea of nyege is that the cultural economy is very important. Today there's 45 million Ugandans, there's a lot of young people, and there's a lot of talented young people. But now, if the talent is not nurtured enough, it goes to waste. And this is why it's very important for us to see that we see more Ugandan films, more Ugandan photographers, painters, sculptors, designers, musicians, that are really able to profit from this economy. And that we go beyond the simple drink that we have at the bar, but also really support our local artists. So I guess that's really important for us, and I'm really excited to launch this first episode of Nyege Music Conference ahead of the festival. Then my proudest achievements, I think there's a couple of them, but when we talk about promoting Ugandan artists today, we've had this year about 500 shows internationally. Ugandan artists play in Japan, they play in Australia, they play in Europe, they play in China, they play in the US. And that is really, a big pride, because that means that these artists are able to live from their music. Let me take the example of the Nachibembe Mbairi group. This is a giant xylophone that you see every year at the festival. It's played by 6 people, and it's here in Iganga. Well, for the first time this year, they were able to perform in Germany, able to perform in France, earn a living. When they go home, whatever they earn, it goes back into their village. It allows them to pay for school fees. It allows them to, purchase lands and be more stable, and at the same time preserve their culture. So to mix the economics, the entertainment, with also the culture and being able to preserve our tradition, I think that's extremely, extremely important to us, and probably one of our greatest achievements. And I think secondly, the fact that you're all here today, and the amount of people that have been supporting us through trials and tribulations, It's also been,
It takes a while, a lot of preparation, a lot of planning, and we're excited to get that going on again. We've been doing it for a few months, and just excited to be able to announce the festival is happening today, and and start promoting it. And we look forward to the festival happening in November.
Right. I like your cap. Are they online? Can people buy some?
They're available at the festival.
They're available at the festival.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. As a talent manager or as Talent Africa, how does it feel to to be a part of East Africa's leading festival, not only this year but over the years?
Yeah, we've been partnering with the festival for 7 years now. It's been great, working together with the Nyege team and all the partners, UBL, and all the other partners who've been there along the way. It's been quite a journey, and we're excited to start this new journey right here at the source of the River Nile in Jinja, together with the city of Jinja and the Busoga Kingdom. We're excited, yeah, we're just really looking forward to this new site, Nyege Wonderland. It's amazing. It's huge. It's probably about 50, 60 acres. It includes the Jinja Showgrounds, the golf club, Nile Park, and of course the tourism destination, the source of the Nile. It's going to be amazing. Thousands of people are going to get a chance to visit the source of the Nile and Jinja as one of Uganda's premier tourism destinations.
Can you tell us about the decision to move Nyege from Itaka Falls? I know we've done a couple of trips. We've even done a virtual concert before, a virtual Nyege. So why do we come back to the source?
I think Derek already touched on that. Itanda Falls is an amazing venue, and it's just the accessibility was a bit of a challenge in accommodation. But I think all in all, it's a great place, and we would love to go back there, in the future. But right now, we're here in Jinja. There's enough rooms for thousands of people. It's very accessible. People can easily come from Kampala, Nairobi, Mbale, anywhere. It's very central, and Jinja has a lot to offer in terms of tourism during and things to do besides the festival. So people can come here and have a whole, make a whole weekend out of it, and it'd be an amazing time.
Right, I like that. Please remember, if you're posting about Nyege, the official hashtag is Nyege23. Remember that. Because we are moving locations, and you will be going to Jinja Golf Course, we'll be doing Source of the Nile and the Jinja Showgrounds. How have you ensured that the logistics and production of this massive event will be catered for? Because I understand this is a lot of movement.
Sure thing. We've been producing the festival for 7 years, so we do know the logistics that are involved, bringing together a big site. Of course, teamwork makes the dream work. We work closely with all the different, UBL brands and agencies, the police, the RCC, the city. Everyone comes together, and this is it's a community event. Everyone's going to come together and make this great. Of course, there's a lot of planning and execution. We'll be coming to Jinja every week, or more often for the next few months leading up to the festival. Team meetings, basically all the usual stuff that we do behind the scenes to manage an event.
Definitely appreciate that. I'm thinking that the security of these other locations is going to have to up a little bit. Have you looked into that matter?
Definitely, we've looked into it very carefully. We have the RCC, Afande, who's here with us today. When we're going to work closely with the police, the UPDF, all other government agencies, and we're going to make sure it's a safe and secure event.
Thank you so much.
Let me just add on to this, that this year we will have 200 ushers that will be present throughout the sites, directly connected through WhatsApp to our headquarters and recognizable. That means that anybody throughout the grounds of the festival, 24/7, will be able to look around and see somebody that's ready to take care of them in case they feel bad, in case they've lost a phone, in case they need any type of information. We will make sure that people feel that they're surrounded by people that are out there to help them.
I definitely like that. Life at Nyege is going to be a lot easier. We move to our marketing manager, UBL Spirits, Mr. Robert Sibidwa. How are you, sir?
I'm very good.
I've been told they call you the Bobo. I like that.
That's another CS.
Oh, that's good. Good here.
Doing a lot of CS.
I see. Uganda Breweries has been a long-time sponsor of the Nyege Festival, and I also know that You are the title sponsors as well. How has this part?
Yeah, where we took on title sponsors for a period of 3 years. That goes a long way to speak to the belief we have in the festival, the organizers, our fellow partners, and most recently the Jinja City that has currently come on board. I think our testament is the presence of the Lord Mayor, the RCC, and his officials. As Uganda Breweries Limited, and indeed as Diageo, our parent company, our purpose is to celebrate life every day and everywhere. Contrary to popular belief, it's not just celebrating life in areas of entertainment, but holistically celebrating life with everybody everywhere. And Derek has done a good job at unpacking just how wholesome this festival is in bringing great entertainment value for the revelers, but also creating opportunities for community, for industry. As you can see, the benefits that we get every single year.
That come to Jinja, also international revealers coming from over the world coming to Jinja. So it is a very big opportunity for our people. And it's a platform where I should take an opportunity to call upon every person living in Jinja to take advantage of this kind of gathering that is coming to Jinja. The hotel business, the food industry, the manufacturers, the border guys, and everyone who is actually attached to the business touch. So the coming of Nyege is really an opportunity to me that it's going to keep us busy throughout the time we will be around, and I'm really feeling the vibe. I'm really feeling the vibe as the mayor.
Yes, we're also glad to have the speaker of the council here, so in a second we can talk to him. But from the mayor to people coming to Jinja, what would you say to the people that are coming to Jinja for the very first time?
One, I want to assure the people coming to Jinja that you're coming to the most safest place in the world. Apparently coming to the source of life in the world. Because we talk about Jinja City, talking about the source of the Nile. For those who have read about the Nile, you know how many countries these waters are flowing and crossing, and the life it is giving. Apparently, Jinja City is a mother of life to I don't know how many millions of people in Africa and the world, because this water is going into the Mediterranean Sea, which is actually spreading all over the other parts of the world. So whoever is coming, you're coming to the source of the Nile. Apparently, I want to urge everyone to come with at least a bottle, a jerry can, to come and at least pick some water from the source where it comes from. And of course, you're going to enjoy the other facilities that we have. You know, when you talk about Jinja, you're talking about the Uganda's tourism destination. Apparently, very many areas across the country where we have those other tourism destinations, find they have struggled, but Jinja is God given. The source. When you come to Uganda, apparently, even our traditional song, the anthem of Busoga, when you come to Uganda and you don't reach Jinja, seriously, you won't reach Uganda. So whoever is coming to enjoy nyege, you're coming to meet nice people. The Basoga are the most polite people in the world.
Welcome you all. I'm Helen Namtamba. I'm Princess Helen Namtamba, the daughter of the land. Welcome you to the Soga. The Ministry of Tourism and Heritage is delighted to welcome and host the anticipated Nyege 2023 in Jinja City. I want to thank the media community of fraternity. You did a great job. You have done a great job ever since Nyege started here. If it was not for you, the media, putting out the positive communication about this project, I don't think we would be here standing. But I want to thank you very much. Maybe our moderator, you would allow me walk through the media, the journey that me as Minister for Tourism on behalf of the Kingdom, the journey we have walked with them. We walked a journey when they were still across, but still the Soga Kingdom was part of Nyege. these are my brothers, Albies, you know, they're my brothers, my sons, you know. We've gone through all the good vibes, you know, with the vibe, whatever comes, it's a vibe. So economically, nyege nyege has been so a catalyst for the local development, both in Busoga and then across the other side. Our people have really benefited. For example, the locals, why sometimes you see us coming up to raise up our energies, you know, we stand up for nyege nyege, it's because of the locals who cannot stand here and speak for themselves. For example, for the last years, the borders, especially the transporters, most of them came up and really gave testimonies. They cleared their border loans. Most of them, they constructed their houses. They paid school fees for their children. Last year, there's some house media monitor, I think, took a picture story of a lady who was selling enswa, the white ant, and that lady really confirmed that he had never paid rent and school fees. But you know, he sold one basin and got lots of money. So culturally, this nyege nyege has really exposed Busoga's culture to the national scene. And this year I want to confirm to Maiva Soga that the Chabazinga requested and directed that we should get a stage that is dedicated to the Basoga artists and the local performers. So this year, as part of the organizing team, I want to confirm to the Basoga artists that you'll have your own stage. You'll have a platform where all the cultural dancers and troops that will be able to showcase, because this has come home. Let us give them the best. Even other cultural groups coming across the country will have to show them that indeed they are to the source. You know, our king, sometimes we call him King of the Nile. When you're outside Uganda and you tag him and say, I'm
by the way. We look forward to hosting meetings this year. We're partnering with them on a number of things. This is just the genesis of more to come. There will be a lot more to come. We hope that you will enjoy and have a good experience. And we simply just want to invite you all to come over and have a good time generally.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We do feel at home. Just one more question for the mayor as you get your questions ready. I would like to know some of the stories that you've heard about nyege nyege that are not true, that you found out, because you told me that you were one of the attendees for over the years. So what are some things you've heard about nyege nyege that were not true when you found out?
Thank you very much. Currently, what people say about nyege nyege, it is just it's a negative perception that they have, and these are just concocted stories. People just cook stories. By the sound of the word itself, it brings some negative something in people's minds. Nyege nyege.
Kwe picha.
They think it is all about kwe picha. But like I said, I've attended almost all the nyege nyege, whatever carnivals that have been around. And I have been at the center of enjoyment, because for me, after being, you know, when I'm not the mayor, I'm a different person. So, nyege nyege is nice. It's a nice thing. Apparently, I've also been in other festivals. Like when I was still on radio, we used to organize a Chituda Chababe Fest. But in the first place, when people heard of a Chituda, and those who did come to attend, they went out telling people the negative about a Chituda. One they will say, if you go to that kind of event, you will die from there because of the masses that come to attend. Some say they rape women from there. But I was at the center of organizing this event. The whole staff was nice. Just like nyege nyege, for us who have been to nyege nyege, we know what is there. In fact, when I'm coming for nyege nyege, I tell my wife, I'm not going with you because nyege nyege doesn't need to come with the official wife. I find people there and we enjoy. Because this is full enjoyment. And she has all actually been giving me permission to come to nyege nyege. So I want to assure my people, nyege nyege zira kiriyo kyemulowooza ekigambo mulewule kyabo tukenda kufaanana ebyaye nga tubitegeeza nyege nyege